sir. Yes, sir. We live. We back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. Y'all know me, your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. Y'all know what we do over here, but if you don't, maybe you new to the channel, man. Maybe it's your first time stumbling across. I don't know who you are. I don't know your situation, but we specialize in single entry 3 max and 20 max contests. So if that was your style of contest, this is where you want to be. But even if they're not, man, if they're not, maybe you're a 150 max or maybe you're a cash game, head to head play, whatever the case may be, this is still the spot you want to be, man. Trust me, the content is going to be fire, giving you solid plays week in and week out. So go on and hit that subscribe button. Go on and click that notification bell so you'll know when the videos dropping every week. And while you're down there clicking stuff, go on over there and click that like button for your boy, man. I appreciate it, and most of all, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all know what it is, man. This is my third and goal series. We talking wide receivers today. So you know I got three receivers I have my eye on queued up for you. These are three one-off receivers I'm going to be looking at to complement my stacks. If you don't know what stacks I'm talking about, get on over there and check out my QBs video, alright? Then come on back on over to this one, alright? We talking wide receivers. I got three of them queued up. Y'all know I don't like to hold you long. I like to get you in and get you out, alright? Let's talk wide receivers. We know the pay up options, guys. We know everybody's going to be paying up for the Jamar Chases and especially the St. Browns and Stephen Diggs, all right? I'm going to have some exposure to some of those guys, of course. They're very solid plays. But I'm going to give you some one-offs, maybe some pivots, some leverage plays here in this video. So let's talk. The first one I got queued up for you. I like DeAndre Hopkins at 6,700 right here. Love the price tag. Now, he does have a questionable tag on him. Did miss practice on Wednesday. We got to keep our eyes and ears to the streets on this one so we know what's happening. But one thing I do know, you will have it before a lock. So if DeAndre Hopkins is out, I'm probably just going to go over to Treylon Burks over there on the other side. I like this matchup with the Chargers. Tennessee is going to have to pass the ball here in this spot. Chargers are favored by 3. I actually like the Chargers minus a 3. Expect Tennessee to be playing from behind a little bit here in this spot. I know Ryan Tannehill had a bad game this past Sunday, but I don't think he's that bad of a QB. We've seen him be a little more efficient than that and be a little better passer than that. So I don't mind going right back to him. Take it as just a bad game for him. But even in that bad game, he still forced the ball to DeAndre Hopkins 13 times. DeAndre Hopkins had a solid day with no TDs. So if Ryan Tannehill can clean up the mistakes, don't force it to him when he's double covered, whatever the case may be. Clean those mistakes up, man. I think this offense finds a little better rhythm here in this week against this Chargers defense. So I still think he continue to get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins probably see 10 or more targets here in this matchup again. I'm going to like that at 6,700. Those type of targets, that type of volume can give him the capability of having a ceiling that can be close to these guys. If he can find the end zone once, for sure twice, he can get up here with these top scores if they have those big days. So I like getting DeAndre Hopkins right here at 6,700. Next up, we're going to stay in this 6K range and go to a team that I don't think he's getting enough exposure for the situation. I'm talking about Tyler Lockett here at 6,100. Now, I know the total on this game has been bet down to 47, maybe even 46.5, but it's 47 last time I looked. And it doesn't seem like Seattle is getting that enough love, man. The ownership on these Seattle receivers, I think, is too low. I like some Tyler Lockett here in this spot. I like some Metcalf. I like some JSN. I like a lot of these Seattle options. As people are getting more to the Detroit side, Seattle heavy underdog in this spot. I'm sorry. Should be playing from behind. Should have to throw. Now I know I told you on last week's video series that Pete Carroll likes to be more balanced. He likes to run the ball as much as he passes. But if they're going to be down here in this spot, and it seems like the field is leaning toward Detroit like they are, I love getting to some Seattle receivers at this ownership, man. Play any of them you like. Hey, if you're feeling froggy in your 20 max and GPP, go on and build you a Geno Smith stack. I'm okay with it, man. I like getting to these receivers. They had a rough outing last week, man. I don't know what that reason was. Maybe the Ram defense is better than people are gonna think. Could have been just been an off day, whatever. But I definitely think the Seattle team's a little better than what they showed, especially against those Rams. So I like getting the Tyler Lockett right here. You know he's gonna get peppered with targets, man. Him and DK Metcalf over there, they're like 1A and 1B. So don't mind getting in any of those Seattle receivers, like JSN as well, like I said. So give me some Tyler Lockett at 6,100 going against these Detroit Lions. And giving you a little value play, a guy I'm going to use as a pivot. I know the field is heavy getting to Puka Nacua, but I'm going to come down here to Houston, 4,800, similar price tag. Nico Collins going against these Indianapolis Colts. Listen, I'm not saying he's necessarily a better play than Puka. I understand what Puka did last week, understanding why the ownership is going now. I'm going to have some of them as well, but not as much as the field. I'm not in love with Puka Nacua. I'm going to be very light on him going against this 49ers defense, all right? It's not saying that he can't do it again, not saying he's not the new Cooper Kupp in this offense. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Still too early to tell. But even if he is, I don't know if I trust him going against this 49ers defense. I go to a little better matchup, I think, in Nico Collins down here. Going against these Colts who, the Colts defense should be pretty solid against the run. And this Houston run game, I know it was against the Baltimore Ravens last week, but I didn't like how they was looking trying to. Damian Pierce needs to be getting all the carries. All right, let's just get to that. He needs to be getting the bulk of the carries. I don't like how they was splitting it up, turning it into a timeshare. So I think they can pass the ball here. Maybe they have to pass it a little more in this spot against the Colts. And C.J. Stroud was not terrible last week, man. He had a 64% completion rate, over 200 yards passing, just couldn't get it in the end zone, which is expected against a tough Ravens defense. Should be a little better matchup for him here against the Colts. And he went to Nico Collins 11 times last week. I know that's not the 15 that Puka Nacua had, but it's good enough for me, especially if all the field is going to Puka Nacua in a tough defensive matchup. So I like getting Nico Collins right here, hoping he's becoming C.J. Stroud's new favorite target. So I like Nico Collins. I know people were saying Tank Dell. I like him as a little value as well. He should sneak up in there with Noah Brown going to the IR. But like Nico Collins at 4,800, I think should be a very solid pivot from you if you want to get away from some of that Puka ownership. All right, Nico Collins 4,800, definitely gonna be having, man. Listen, if you want my complete player pool, you want more of this type content, you want to be in the live stream before lock with me, helping you break down the contest, break down your lineups. The Patreon link is down below, man. Go and click that thing and sign up. That's going to do it for us here today. Y'all know the motto, man. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.